Well, howdy folks, it's Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician, making another update video for you out of Boise, Idaho. Boy, let me tell you, the shop has been busy. Things have been pretty awesome, I must say. I find myself in a new position nowadays as I have three guys working for me as contract workers, mainly part-time throughout the week. And so I'm really grateful to have three really good guys working for me and working with me. I really don't like the term working for me. I like working with me because we're in here side by side, communicating, learning how each other works, trying to get this shop going, and not just necessarily get it going, but creating a system where we take vehicles, equipment, jobs, you name it, in. And then we have a system as far as production goes to get them out in the utmost professional manner, efficiently, and all that other good stuff. So yeah, whereas I used to just kind of backyard mechanic it, you know, back at that old house, if you've been following me on YouTube, things are really changing really fast. So I'm doing what I can to make sure I remain humble and grateful and really start producing out some real professional work here, and also become an asset to and for the community. So what do we got going on? We have a Jeep Commander here. Now, the Jeep Commander came in with a god-awful knock, basically middle of the engine. And what it is down in here, there's a timing tensioner back in here. And bottom line, it's basically chain and guide rail slap. In order to figure it out though, we had to, as you can see, we had to remove this valve cover on this side, basically to get down in there with the camera scope and see what type of damage we could find and whatnot. So this is a timing job, timing chain, tensioners, water pump, all that other good stuff. I'm also gonna replace the main seal here. You can see that that's been leaking, so everything that you see here needs to come off next so we can gain access to the timing chains and stuff. And this is one of those goofy engines where this piece right here is the timing cover, and so the heads, right, since the chain is back in here, this part doesn't come off. So when we reinstall the timing chains and all that on here, we have to go through here and wrestle it, and it's no fun. I've done it like that many times before, but it can be a challenge to do. So we have that. Now, the Toyota 4Runner, this is the one that I posted a video about, that the engine basically exploded itself. I suspect it got hot. I found evidence of a coolant leak back here, and you can still kind of see some of it, okay? And the water pump's locked up on it. I mean, look at this pulley, holy smokes, it's just been chewed up and stuff. And so the timing belt blew on it and got all chewed up, and the engine destroyed itself. So we have a good used engine here, new for this vehicle, but still used. It has low miles. This vehicle has over 100,000 plus. This engine only has 90,000 miles, so it's not even broken yet. It's in great condition. Whoa. Almost dropped you there. It's in really good shape, super clean, has no evidence of leaks or anything like that, so I'm pretty excited. Now, what we do here in this shop is, when we get a used engine in, is we factor into the price going ahead, and while the engine is out, is we go ahead and factor in at least the parts and supplies we need to service the engine. So to do things like replace the timing belt, timing chains, timing gears, front and rear main seals. So I'll go ahead and remove the flywheel here, and I'll replace the rear main seal and all that other good stuff. I'll replace the timing cover gaskets, I'll replace the timing belt, I'll replace the water pump. All of that will be replaced accordingly, and then we'll also do valve cover gaskets and all that other stuff, new spark plugs, new wires. I mean, you name it, everything that is supposed to be serviced will be serviced. So basically, we're just using the block and going from there. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to get this turned out this week. So that's pretty awesome. Jet ski. The jet ski is just about done. I know you guys have been watching this one for a while. We've got a new engine in there. And so, let's see, it looks like we just lack hooking up the exhaust and a few other things. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. The 55 Chevy is coming along nicely. Next, we are going to be removing the cab from that. So stay tuned for those videos and all that other good stuff. Plus, there's a lot of fun things surrounding this. The Yee truck, guys, I don't know what to do about the Yee truck. That thing has just been a mess from day one. Every time you turn a corner, something bad has happened on it. Our last struggle was getting the crankshaft bolt in and out. And we got a new one, and we got it in to a certain extent. And then hit a dead spot on it, and it pretty much locked inside of the crankshaft, and we couldn't get it to go in or out. And bottom line is, it took a lot of force, a lot of strength to get it to come back out. And when it came back out, it chewed the crankshaft up, it chewed the bolt up. This is actually a first for me. Now, this is not a first for some of my older mentors that I've had, because I went ahead and called in the cavalry on it, but it is a first for it to be so chewed up. So I've been told it's not a first for a crankshaft to chew up a crank bolt. It happens, especially on the older Ford and GMs, but that one's really destroyed. So that one's just kind of on the back burner again while we try to decide what the heck we're going to do with that one. So that one is just a beast, and it's not being nice to us. We're getting some more new parts for the Toyota. As you can see, we're getting the transmission up in there and getting everything hooked and connected and put together. So that's awesome. And then we have the Escalade here. Now I'm putting a water pump on the Escalade. Looks like Slimer exploded in here. So, but anyways, yeah, as you can see, their water pump pretty much exploded, and it's been flinging coolant everywhere. So we've got the water pump off, and now we're in the process of getting a new one on. We're also going to be putting a new master cylinder on, as this one likes to leak nowadays. You can just see it down there. So, but before we put this new master cylinder on, we're going to get the water pump on, so that way we can run the vehicle for an extended amount of time, because this has that infamous GM lifter tick and the back there. And so I highly suspect we're either A, dealing with a bad lifter back there, or B, we're dealing with an oil delivery issue, because when it's cold, it sure likes to click and clack and tick and all that other stuff, and as it warms up, it tends to go away. So we're going to get the water pump on, and that way we can go ahead and run it, without hurting it or anything like that, and then diagnose that tick and see what's going on there. So that one's pretty fun job there. Now, what do we have here? We have one part of the Mercedes bus, that Sprinter, that 2500 Sprinter. We have one part of the AC system. This is going to be the front AC system. That's compressor, filter dryer, all the supplies needed, you name it, a brand new condenser, and then also lines as well. And so, as I said, that's only one part. Now, the second part is going to be for the back. Now, something I really don't understand is somebody bought this Mercedes brand new and then instantly sent it to some custom place and had the whole thing customized with rear AC and all that other stuff. And what doesn't make sense to me is you would just think, and I could be wrong, but you would just think that maybe, just maybe, it would have been cheaper to buy one with AC already installed. And then, because they come with rear AC, and then go ahead and have everything else customized. But who knows? But bottom line is, the rear AC is custom on this Mercedes, and so the place that did the work is in Indiana. So we talked to them, and it needs new lines and it needs a compressor as well. Now the compressor is coming to us out of England, and from what I understand, I still have to do some custom work to the compressor. I have to remove the clutch and the pulley off of the compressor and then put the proper clutch and pulley on the compressor. So there will be that to do. And then we also are going to have to crimp and make our own AC lines, which is not that big of a deal. So I will be using that as a good excuse to buy a couple new tools that I need to get that done and all that other good stuff. So and then, oh shoot, what else? Last but not least, guys, we've got a new carburetor we're going to install in this pressure washer. So yeah, man, it's been pretty busy. Here comes some of the guys coming in now. Isaac's over there working on his car. Poor guy, likes to run hot. I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. There's Braxton. He's just chilling. He just showed up. Kind of weird. He just was like right there standing. Like 1 second he was there, the next he wasn't. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks everybody for supporting us. Thanks for watching our show. We are going to get to work. If I have time later on, I'll give you an update and show you at the end of the day what a day's work looks like. So, all right, guys. Well, this is Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician. We are signing off.